When that line happened, I was like, oh, you just punched me through the screen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm glad, but also I apologize.
Congratulations for being here.
Thank you very much.
Inside Out 2 was easily one of my favorite, if not my favorite, animated film last year. And I like to give it time, but it could easily be one of my favorite ever. So
wow.
I have to let it sit, but it's way up there.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Mine too. Weirdly. Yeah.
That's odd. No. But no. So my question for you is just, it is such an impactful movie. What has kind of surprised you with how it has, impacted audiences, and what do audiences bring up that you're like, oh, I didn't quite expect that to still be a talking point?
I think the older audiences reacting to the sort of climax of the movie where Joy says, that, that maybe she doesn't exist as we get older. I think that was surprising to me how much that resonated with a wider audience. My hope was that there could be a story in the sequel that was about what happens to Joy as she gets older, and because I'm asking that question a lot these days. So I'd like to, I'm just glad that resonated with people.
That was when that line happened, I was like, oh, you just punched me through the screen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm glad, but also I apologize.
I forgive you. Have you guys had preliminary brainstorming talks about what a possible Inside Out 3 could look like?
Yeah, minimal. I mean, I would say that we're still enjoying the wave of fun from this second film, but I have no doubt that at some point a third, and hopefully, in my opinion, 4 through 6, 7, and 8 Inside Out should happen. I think
you can just keep going, honestly.
Well, there's never been a more natural way to just extend a story. Is just to follow someone because in every new movie you want the game to change, and in every sequel you want the game to change at its foundation. And what's great about having Riley be the engine of this franchise is that she's going to enter a different chapter of her life where the foundation does change, the things you want in life change, and who you are changes, your sense of self changes. It's a fascinating, just from a writer's perspective, how you're given new fodder to create something cool.
Is there a concept that didn't make it into Inside Out 2 that you were like, oh, I wish that we could have fit that in? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot, but if you had a top one that you were like, it was right there.
I'll speak for Meg, who wrote the film with me. Meg's favorite was Schadenfreude, which was a German emotion and Lederhosen who just laughed when people got hurt, and conceptually it worked really well, and it never made it in the final cuts, but it was very funny. Yeah.
Now, this is a celebration of entertainment, this whole award ceremony. For you, 2025, what are you most excited to see?
Oh, gosh. Most excited to see coming out this year. The only movie I know that's coming out this year is the Wicked sequel. That's where my head.
I'm excited for it.
And I'm very excited for that because I loved it. And I thought Ariana did a phenomenal job, and everyone else in the movie. But I'm really excited to see that sequel.
I mean, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Thanks again, sir, for talking to me. Good luck.